This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Domain.com. What's going on, everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here, and it's about damn time we bring back Rettinger's Rant. I haven't been mad about something in a while. I'm generally a pretty happy fellow, but this week I got so much beef with HTC I might as well be one of those giant steroid cows. So HTC just announced and just released their M9, presumably the flagship for the next year, since the M8 and the M7 was, and everybody was happy, yay! M9, except there were a few flaws, in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions, with the M9. The screen was one of them, and the lack of any sort of fingerprint scanner to possibly be used for payments or just be able to unlock your phone were sort of big omissions that the competition had. So you figure, okay, we're gonna have to wait until next year, maybe the M10 to get those features. No problem, at least I know this is the one phone HTC is going to release that I can get the newest version of. And HTC says to you, dear consumer, piss off. We're gonna go ahead and announce the HTC M9 Plus, and since it's got that Plus, you know it's gonna be better than what you're buying. They just took the wraps off the M9 Plus, which addresses pretty much every concern everybody had with the M9. 5.2-inch 2K screen. It's being powered by a 2.2 GHz 64-bit MediaTek Helio X10 processor. It took me a while to remember, but I'll talk about that in a second. It also has the fingerprint sensor. It's got the same Sense 7. It's got boom sound speakers based off of Lollipop, all the other stuff that you would want in your flagship phone, and all this other stuff that the M9 doesn't have. So HTC, what the So here's my thoughts on it. So first of all, the M9 Plus is only coming out in China. But let's say you don't follow the tech world as closely, you don't do what I do, you're not sort of reading every site every day, but you hear that there's an M9 Plus. Are you gonna go out and buy an M9 knowing there's a Plus version, something that can be better than what you have? Presumably not if it's a phone you're gonna be using for the next 18 to 24 months. It just makes no sense in your mind to buy something brand new that you know is already kind of outdated. I get the MediaTek processor is not high-end, but couldn't they have thrown in a Snapdragon processor? Maybe you can take the argument that the components weren't ready yet. Maybe you can say they couldn't get enough Snapdragon 810 chips or whatever they wanted to use in it. Okay, I can get that. Let's go with that argument for a minute. Flashback to the Droid Turbo. That thing packed 3 gigs of RAM, 2K screen, specs that still make it a modern phone. Motorola waited to get that phone out, so it would be good for a longer period of time and still top-notch for a longer period of time. Why couldn't HTC just wait? The G4 is not getting announced till the end of the month, probably won't ship until sometime in May. Why not wait till you get all your damn ducks in a row before you launch a phone that only looks like the last generation but doesn't bring anything relatively new to the table, save for an improved sense experience? And then beyond that, why would you release an M9 Plus that addresses all the shortcomings of the freaking M9? I do not get it. And then release it only in China, so people might not know that it exists. So they'll be like, oh great, my M9's new, but then maybe they'll hear about it and be like, what the hell, HTC? And maybe they'll think twice about buying another HTC product. Let me stop real fast and thank our peeps at Domain.com. It's the place to go when the next great idea hits you, like in the middle of the night. It's one-stop shopping for all your domain name and web hosting and email needs. Domain.com wants to hook you up with a pretty sick offer. Save 20% on domain names and web hosting when you use coupon code TechnoBuffalo. It's all one word in caps at Domain.com's checkout. When you think domains, think Domain.com. I like HTC products. I've always liked HTC products. I think they've got incredible build quality. I like Sense. I think they've done a lot of great things, but this move, I cannot for the life of me understand. Why not put the fingerprint sensor at least in the M9? Why not put that 2K screen you obviously had ready in the M9? And why release an M9 Plus only in the Chinese market? Can you explain it to me? Maybe in the comments you can explain it to me. What am I missing? And especially now in a smartphone climate where Samsung has definitely got their together. Apple's got a really competitive product. You got the G4 coming. You've got a great amount of Chinese phones coming in that are really top-notch. Things like Huawei devices coming in. You've got still inexpensive flagship phones like the OnePlus One. Presumably the OnePlus 2 is coming. I cannot understand why HTC would not want to make sure whatever phone they release this year has everything consumers would want about it. They need this phone to be hit out of the park, and they are just don't appear to want to do that. You can tell I'm upset about it. We're the consumers just like you are, and if I was looking to buy a phone, I would have a really hard time buying an M9. I have a really hard time buying it knowing that it could be better and not knowing things can always be better, but that there's a better phone that the company is making that's already available. It's just a very tough pill for me to swallow. Am I being a raging lunatic here? Can you calm me down? Can you tell me why I'm wrong? Am I just being a huge dirty a-hole? I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Leave in the comments down in this region. Hit the big subscribe button if you want to see me get mad again. Give the video a thumbs up. You always appreciate it. Until next time, I am John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and I will calmly talk to you guys in the next video.